It's Friday, which means the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship starts now. Welcome inside Studio B in our new daily show, Tourney Watch. I'm Rachel Berry, and throughout the tournament, we'll be here every day with the latest scores, highlights, news, and social media fun from this year's tournament. First round action starts today in Louisville with the #1 seed in the Albany region, the Louisville Cardinals. They tip against Robert Morris at 12 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. To get us ready for Friday's slate of games, Jack Kaiser and Jerry Matheny take us through what's on tap.
Rachel, thanks. The
bracket is set and 64 teams all have the same goal, to reach Tampa and the Final Four just 3 weeks from now. Before we get to the 16 games today, Selection Monday is always full of anticipation and excitement as teams wait to hear their name called. Here are some of the best reactions from around the country on Monday.
Most excited for in the first round?
I'm hoping for an upset in the first round, honestly, Jack. I think that's what March Madness is all about, giving those mid-majors an opportunity to play against the big dogs. A first-round upset is what I'm looking forward to.
Definitely looking forward to that, and just kicking this off this afternoon. Round 2 concluded last night, which means we have all of your in-depth analysis heading into the Sweet 16. Yesterday was an absolute blast, guys. Let's take a look at the best moments featured in last night's games. Well, guys, the Sweet 16 is a very exciting time for the teams and the fans. Is there a game you're most looking forward to in this next round?
Well, I've got my eyes on Missouri State and Stanford. Missouri State, the only double-digit seed.
The field will be narrowed to 32 teams. Welcome inside Studio B for Tourney Watch. I'm Rachel Berry. It's day 2 of our show as well, with all the scores, storylines, and special guests. To start the show, Jack Kaiser and Jerry Matheny have what you need to know from Friday.
Well, we're halfway through the two big.
After Friday's 82-71 victory over Rutgers, the Buffalo Bulls have advanced to the round 2 for the second straight year. The reward after Friday's win, #2 seed UConn. Buffalo head coach Felicia Leggett-Jacks starts off today's look at some of the best reactions and social moments from day 1. Those are 4 players you definitely have to keep an eye on today. So here we go. 16 more games today, including Ames, Iowa, where #3 seed Iowa State and its head coach, Bill Fennelly, is ready. 12 teams still remain, and by the end of this weekend, we will have our long-awaited Final Four set. I'm Rachel Berry, and welcome inside Studio B. Once again, here to break down all the action and preview what is ahead are Jack Kaiser and Jerry Matheny.
There were some.
South Carolina's Tyasha Harris joins us on the show today. Tyasha, welcome.
Hi.
This is South Carolina's 6th Sweet 16 appearance and your 3rd, but how did this year's team get to this point? So when and why did you become a UConn fan?
Well, back in 2011, I started taking care of the elderly. I am a caregiver, and believe it or not, the UConn women's fan base is mostly elderly people. There are so many, it's incredible. So I started watching
Former Maryland basketball player and current ESPN analysis Christy Winter-Scott now joins us. Christy, thanks for the time.
Oh, thank you for having me.
As you've watched the tournament unfold, what's impressed you the most about the teams that continue to advance?
Well, the teams that have continued
From the field.
Well, guys, there have been a lot of great players so far during this tournament, but have you had a favorite moment so far this year?
I think Missouri State, and just the fact that they're the only double-digit seed to make it to the Sweet 16.
having me.
The tournament has been a memorable one so far. Let's take a look back at some of the best moments throughout the first 2 rounds. 4 games and 8 teams are in action today, but Thursday was Media Day in Albany and Portland. Well, guys, is there a player you're going to continue to keep your eyes on?
Well, for South Dakota State, Macy Miller is the player to watch in that game against Oregon besides Sabrina Ionescu. If the
It's Monday, which means we have another exciting week ahead of us during this year's NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament. We welcome you inside Studio B for our 4th episode of Tourney Watch. I'm Rachel Berry, and today we'll take you through the latest scores, highlights, and social fun from the past few days. Here to update you on highlights from yesterday is Jack Kaiser and Jerry Matheny.
fewer and fewer games, guys, as we go through.
This time of year isn't just fun for the players and coaches, it's also great for the fans. The only thing is that they can sometimes be a little outlandish. Let's take a look. Time for example, this fan. Is this a Notre Dame fan? Maybe there's something we're missing. Nope, that's definitely a UConn fan. And then we have a fan who attempts to make a free throw blindfolded, and let's just say that didn't go as well as they had hoped. Yeah, that's definitely a no. How about this Aggie Yell Leader? Here's a person who has the energy we all wish we had on this Monday. Maybe he could send some our way. How does that sound, guys? Well, guys, with 8 more games today, what are you expecting out of these games this evening?
Well, I think chalk may be the answer. The top seeds have really seemed to...
It's Sunday and the NCAA Women's Basketball Tournament enters round 2 today. The field has narrowed to 32 teams, and 16 of those begin their quest to reach the Sweet 16. Today's action tips with number 1 seed in the Albany region, the Louisville Cardinals, against number 8 seed Michigan Wolverines at noon. But before we get into today's action, Saturday proved to be a wild day in games across the country. Here to take us through what you need to know is Jack Kaiser and Jaron Matheny.
Yeah, a lot of hype.
For the 32 teams still dancing, you could say they all have the same motto: 1 down, 5 to go. So after looking at the 4 key players for today's games, was there a player that stood out to you guys during the first round?
I'm going to go with Raina Frost. The performance.
That's a wrap for today's show. From all of us at the NCAA and our Ball State Sports Link production crew, thanks for watching. And remember, you can follow the entire tournament using #NCAAW. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on Friday.